Hey everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday. And if you're new here, hello. This is a channel where we talk about the new vinyl releases, reissues, represses that came out this week on vinyl. Today, Friday, is technically new release day. And anyway, I usually start out with a couple of picks of the week. There's a list down below that goes in alphabetical order. Now, some of the stuff on the list we're not going to be talking about right now because we're moving things along. And actually, we got still, Ronaldo is in the other room still opening up boxes. So I don't even have a couple of things that I actually really wanted to show you. But we got to keep it moving. It is Easter weekend coming up. And yeah, we got to get to it, right? So anyway, as I was saying, my picks of the week are what I start with. And my pick for you this week is by Yaji, and it's called Like a Hammer, or sorry, With a Hammer, excuse me. And it's on XL Recordings. Now, Kathy Yaji Lee is she professionally goes by just Yaji, and she is an American singer, DJ, and producer. She's based in Brooklyn, New York City, and she has her style. It blends elements of house and hip hop and very quiet vocals that are kind of sung either in English or Korean. Now, With a Hammer was composed across a 2-year period in New York, Seoul, and London, different locations. It began shortly after the release of What We Drew, and during the lockdowns of the coronavirus pandemic. So it's a diary style ode to self exploration and the feeling of confronting your own emotions and the transformation that's possible when we're all brave enough to do that. So in this case, Yaji examines her relationship to anger. And it's a departure from her previous work, blending elements of trip hop and rock all together with her familiar house influence style. And she's gone with dealing with darker, more reflective lyrical themes, both in English and Korean. And she utilizes live instrumentation for the very first time on this album. So it kind of weaves this patchwork ensemble of musicians and incorporating her own guitar playing. And this comes on either black or hot pink vinyl. And there's the sticker that will tell you about the hot pink vinyl. The other one is no sticker, so that's how that goes. Anyway, very nice outing for Yaji. You want to give that a whirl. It's kind of interesting. Okay, next up, this one. I surprised myself here by picking this because it's not typically my cup of tea, but I love growth and I love bands when they try something different. And this is Death Heaven, Infinite Granite. And this comes to you on Sargent House label. This is a double LP, and it's their it's a very bold and brave leap forward for the band. It's like a really gorgeous, invigorating album, brimming with style. And it's in the context of their catalog, it takes on a whole nother layer of really defiant beauty. Across the album, vocalist George Clark showcases a very startling vocal range that you probably didn't know he had. He uses falsettos, whispers, multi-part harmonies, and other really adventurous vocal treatments. It's like, along with his trademark black metal inspired howls and growling, almost absent from this album. And that's kind of always the thing that sort of has put me off Death Heaven, is those vocals. It's kind of, in my opinion, just been overused in metal, and it's a little bit so what. So I really love that they've really grown and tried something new here, and it's working. The guitarists, Kerry McCoy and Shiv Mehra, they expand their sonic palette to include kind of synth textures, using them to enrich their astral guitar work rather than outright replace it. And the drummer, Daniel Tracy, he's always been a force to be reckoned with behind the kit, but where he used to floor audiences with speed and stamina, he's now free to broaden his approach and really lay down kind of authoritative drum patterns that, together with the bassist Christopher Johnson's punchy bass lines, that really anchors these lofty arrangements for the band. The refinement of their sound is further encouraged by, they got with producer Justin Meldal Johnson. He has worked with like M83, Paramore, Wolf Alice, Metric, and he kind of lent a pop ear to the record. Ultimately, Granite is Death Heaven's most like really chilling uh, album to date. It's so different, and this is on granite silver vinyl. It doesn't say that, but that's what this one is, and it also comes with a lyric sheet insert. Or there's like a double zoetrope picture disc, and that looks like this, and it is in a poly bag, and it's also sealed up inside the plastic. I just want to kind of open this to show you the zoetrope on one side anyway. Now remember when you were a kid and you made those like cylindrical things with like a pin light, and it's like a motion, slow, each image gives you the progression of movement. It's like that on your turntable. You know what I'm saying? Zoetrope. It's kind of like I said, you probably remember being a kid and making those things in school. But anyway, very nice looking vinyl either way. But yeah, good for Death Heaven. Just trying something new, and I love that kind of growth in artists. And yeah, fabulous job. So okay, now I'm going to try to just give you a brief overview of a few different genres, and we can all start our Easter weekend, okay? Here's Chet Baker. This is Chet Baker Sings and Plays. This is on Blue Note, and this is actually part of the Tone Poet series. Now, following the success of his vocal debut, Chet Baker Sings in 1954, Pacific Jazz brought the rising star trumpeter back into the studio for the sequel, Chet Baker Sings and Plays, which showcases both sides of Baker's artistry on a set of standards, including his timeless rendition of Let's Get Lost. So this mono tone poet vinyl, sorry, that's a mouthful. This mono tone poet vinyl edition, it was produced by Joe Harley and mastered by Kevin Gray, round up the usual suspects, right? From the original analog master tapes. This is pressed on 180 gram vinyl at RTI, and it's packaged in a deluxe tip-on jacket, and yeah, very nice. Okay, then we have brand new heavies, self-titled. This is on Acid Jazz. Now this is the classic 1990 debut album featuring Dream Come True, Stay This Way, People Get Ready, and this comes on blue vinyl for this reissue. Okay, very nice with that too. Yeah, if you haven't ever got into stuff on that Acid Jazz label, that was like a real creative kind of cool moment in time where they were very productive when this album came out. Very nice. Okay, next up, this is Cradle of Filth, Existence is Futile, and this comes on Nuclear Blast America. I'm sorry about the glare, you guys. I'm trying to position these albums so you can actually see them without the fluorescent light bothering us. So anyway, every song is a nihilistic anthem here, showcasing the different ways in which we've become a true plague to this planet, from a philosophical, religious, but also ecological point of view. Mixed with the band's typical goth vibes, sophisticated nods to literature, film, and religion, and elaborate poetic lyrics, Existence is Futile kind of cements the band's undisputed status of one of the most influential extreme metal bands of our time. And you can even once again discover the voice of Pinhead actor Doug Bradley on 2 tracks. So if we're all going to perish in the fires of our own stupidity, we might as well have a suitably deranged and destructive soundtrack to do it. So this is a 180 gram black vinyl. It contains 2 bonus tracks. All right, then we have Ellie Goulding, Higher Than Heaven, and this comes on Interscope. Higher Than Heaven, the eagerly anticipated 5th studio album from the multi-platinum British superstar Ellie Goulding. Enlisting some of pop music's finest, including Greg Kurstin, Cause, and Andrew Wells, the record sees Ellie put her own spin on modern pop. Higher Than Heaven is jam-packed with infectious hits that sees Ellie's signature vocals take center stage, while the production is pop music at its finest. Stomping bass lines, soaring synths, and euphoric melodies. So, as is her way, this is on 140 gram, and it's on Eco Mix colored vinyl. I believe that it's kind of different colors of green. Multi shades kind of, swirled around. I believe that's what the Eco Mix color is. Anyway, this is a recycled board sleeve as well. I can't show it to you. It is in a poly bag, but it is sealed at the top. So anyway, that's it does say that it's the color vinyl, Eco Mix color vinyl on the sticker though. Okay, then this is Hailstorm, The Strange Case of. This comes to you through Atlantic Records. Now, after scoring 2 top 10 singles, I Get Off and It's Not You from their self-titled debut, and touring steadily for 2 years. I'm trying to get you that photo without everything in the background. God. Okay. We're doing the best we can to show you that picture. Okay. Anyway, the Pennsylvania Quartet are back with their second full-length album here, The Strange Case of. Musically diverse and very emotionally revealing. The album resonates with this newfound poignancy that takes Hailstorm to a new level of creative achievements. Lizzie Hale says, I was extremely proud of Hailstorm when we released it, and I still love it, but I think I was using mostly one musical technique throughout, and we were on 10 and we blew through the songs in a safe way. So this new record demonstrates more depth and heart. It's a lot of expression, and it really lets down the barriers. So Hailstorm started writing for the new record when they were on the road in 2010. And when the band finished the Uproar tour in May 2011, they entered the studio with this producer, Howard Benson, and he had worked with like Three Doors Down and Seether and 3 Days Grace, and they tracked one of the heaviest songs of their career called Love Bites, So Do I, which went on to earn them a Grammy nomination for Best Hard Rock Metal Performance. And anyway, subsequently, they emerged doing things in a different way, and here you go. Let's enjoy that second one from them. Okay, this is Magnolia Electric Company, and it is a 4 LP box called Sojourner. This is very nice. It's like it came out in 2007. This is the reissue with like this wooden box. Very nice. It's got like you can see the tab. It slips open like this way, like a little drawer. So anyway, this is through Secretly Canadian, and it's a limited 4 vinyl LP set. It's the 2007 box set release. It is the accumulated work of, get this, 13 musicians, 5 locations, 4 recording engineers, 3 filmmakers, 2 designers, and 1 songwriter, which would be Jason Molina, who is no longer with us. I guess, he kind of came to prominence in the late 90s as, singer-songwriter and very talented. And with that, now it's escaping me. Oh, gosh, it's an album. We still sell it all the time. I'll think of it. Okay, sorry. It's just escaping me. Anyway, let's get on with this, talking about this. His thing was the Magnolia Electric Company. They recorded, following the release of their debut studio album, What Comes After the Blues. The session known as the Nashville Moon was recorded by Steve Albini at his Electrical Audio Studios in Chicago. The session known as Sun Sessions was recorded at the legendary Sun Studios in Memphis, and the session known as Black Ram was recorded by David Lowery at his Sound of Music Studios in Richmond, Virginia, and features an entirely different cast of characters, including Lowery, Rick Alverson, Andrew Bird, Molly Blackbird, Miguel Urbistano, and Alan Weatherhead. So the session known as Shohola was recorded by Jason Molina alone with a guitar and a microphone. Together, these make the most ambitious and robust Magnolia Electric Company releases to date. You can explore like the celestial map of Jason Molina and the various constellations of his Magnolia Electric Companies. So the sticker, it's a deluxe edition wooden box set, features tracks from Nashville Moon, Black Ram, and Sun Sessions and Shohola Sessions, and is accompanied by a vibrant constellation map. Now, if I could only remember what I lost, anyway, if you know who Jason Molina was, you'll know the album that I'm talking about. Why can't I remember it? But anyway, he finally succumbed to, abuse of alcohol, and we don't have him anymore, and he probably could have done a lot more. So, as is the case with these things. Anyway, nice commemorative box there. All right, this is Stanley Turrentine, Mr. Natural on Blue Note, also part of the Tone Poet series. His 1964 recording featured the soulful tenor saxophonist and Blue Note stalwart at the helm of a cutting-edge modern jazz group with Lee Morgan on the trumpet, McCoy Tyner on piano, Bob Cranshaw on bass, Elvin Jones on the drums, and Ray Barretto on congas for 3 songs. This stereo tone, this one is stereo. Tone Poet vinyl edition was produced by Joe Harley, remastered by Kevin Gray from original analog master tapes, pressed on 180-gram vinyl at RTI and packaged in a deluxe gatefold tip-on sleeve. Okay, so yeah, people love these Tone Poet reissues, so nice. Speaking of reissues, here we go. This is the 5-year anniversary of Kali Uchis, Isolation through Interscope. Now, this is Kali's debut album, and it features collaborations with multiple notable artists, including Gorillaz, In My Dreams, Steve Lacy on Just a Stranger, Georgia Smith on Tyrant, and Tyler, the Creator, on After the Storm. So, upon release, Isolation received widespread praise from Rolling Stone and Pitchfork and Enemy and more. So it has since been certified gold by the RIAA, and this anniversary edition is on Blue Jay colored vinyl, and it tells you on the sleeve on opaque blue vinyl. My coworker and I were saying, usually, for the anniversary, they should have done something better for her, because I believe that the original of this came out on translucent blue, so now it's kind of just been changed to an opaque blue. They should have put an extra track on it or something for, if you're going to be making a big deal out of it being an anniversary reissue. You should probably do something better than just kind of change the color of blue. All right, this is Various Artists. It's called Late Night Basie, and it's on Primary Wave. And the spirit of Basie lives on in the swingest, most surprising musical collaboration this side of late night. Featuring Terrence Blanchard, Talib Kweli, Larkin Poe, Lettuce, and others, Late Night Basie captures the essence of the man and his music for both longtime fan and new listener. Surprising, very delightful, and very timely, important recording. Every track sings and swings. And the entire project is very cool, just like Count Basie. And on an exclusive turquoise or black vinyl, this one is the black vinyl. It just has that sticker. And here's the indie exclusive, and it's telling you that it is on turquoise colored vinyl, okay? And then we have Stephen Wilson, Insurgents, on Snapper Music Limited. So this is the 2009 debut full-length solo album released by British musician and recording producer Stephen Wilson, known for being the founder and frontman of the progressive rock band Porcupine Tree. So as it turned out, Insurgents is basically a Porcupine Tree album in which Wilson wrote all the songs and made all the decisions, including the one not to include all the current members of Porcupine Tree in that project. So is that a problem? Not at all. In fact, Insurgents is an excellent slab of progressive tinged alternate rock, the logical next step from Fear of a Black Planet, which was Porcupine Tree's last album at this point. The songwriting is very sharp and punchy, the short tracks and atmospheric and contrasted in the longer ones. So yeah, a very, great debut album from Steve Wilson. Okay, you guys, so there's looking at the list, there's some other stuff that we're not going to chat about, but, to be aware of. It's on the list below too. But there's Joey Badass 2000 is back in. There's more Meshuggah reissues. There's a new Mudhoney and Shamir, soundtrack to Black Swan, Cabaret, The London Cast, Tourist. What else is on here? Anyway, Vector, Black Future. There's Wednesday reissues, Chelsea Wolfe. All right, so the list, like I said, it's posted down below. It's just a short one today. We're just about to hit the 20-minute mark, so everybody's probably breathing a sigh of relief. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter, whether you're with family or just, hanging out with your friends or doing whatever. I want to mention with Record Store Day coming up, if you are a local yokel and you're going to be Record Store Day is on the 22nd. That's Saturday. The Thursday prior on the 20th. We're going to have our annual Record Store Day kickoff party over in Sand City at Post No Bills, and in cooperation with our friends at Dogfish Head Beer, which is the official beer of Record Store Day. We're having, giveaways. We're going to have Dogfish Head on tap and probably either in bottles or cans. And there's always an array of different food trucks that make the cycle over there at Post No Bills. And we're going to have something, delicious planned for that too. And anyway, we hope you will come and join us. We'll be there from 5 till 8 with, like I said, lots of fun giveaways and a good time. So we'd hope to see you there, and we'll talk about that more as the weeks come in. Just thought I'd mention it. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next time.